What I mean, my dad was Arabic with a Russian roots. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's just the way we speak from down the London end of the road. It just means like brushing. I mean, we're mixed heritage, so we're Romani. Fucking classic from all over the place. But there were Arabic and Russian in my dad's side of the family, and my mum's was, I don't know, sort of Romani, Roma from Romani, where? Romania probably. That sort of end. It was the end of the world, and they came over this way by France. But they've all been brushed with different twigs. I'm fairly sure my nana, when she was writing in the Book of Bones, the Book of Stones, or whatever you call it, when she put a dose in there, she said her dad was an Arab as well. But she might be spinning some Romany yarns. Maybe what? I don't know. So there we go. It depends what side of the table you sit, whether it's good or bad. Well, it's just, I don't know. I think it's funny just to say it was an Arab. It was an Arab with a Russian bruise. It's like when an apple gets bruised, isn't it? It's just been dusted. It was dusted with Russian. I don't know. We probably trotting through for a week or two, or a couple of decades even. I've no idea. I told you, I come from that sort of, you know, people don't always talk about things like that because of things like this. It's just for their mothers who keep making assumptions about knowing who I am. So there we go. I sit neither there nor here. I don't fucking know what's going on. It's bad enough to know what's going on here with Golden Dawn. It looked like a bromide cloud floating over this morning. All the birds are flying left, right and centre. Reverse drop, fucking drone, warg hits or whatever's going on. God's sake. Christ on a bike. I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. Well, no, I do empathise. I know this sort of shit's been going all over the world for fucking long, hasn't it? That's what I kept saying. I'm sitting with my fucking lost sisters all over the fucking world. And brothers, to be honest. Afghanistan, fucking wherever else. Libya, Syria, all of them. I sit anywhere. Well, no, I'd rather not have to. But do you know what? Clearly, we'll have to take a fucking turn, don't we? Of sorts. So there we go. Lucky for us, we came last. So we know what it's like. It won't be that bad. Oh, God. I had to show Mr. Arafat my walking stone. It was Gaddafi's. Was it Gaddafi's? He says he doesn't care. You're coming home anyway after tea. You want to see it too. It's just a piece of old wood and stuff. It probably isn't. As soon as I got it at home, firstly I thought it was Hitler's, and then I thought it was Gaddafi's, and it's possible it was both of them had it. I don't really know for certain. Where did I get it? I just bought it in the charity shop. But I just do that for, like, some people, that woman, when I had my jewellery read years ago, red jewellery, you just get a feeling of things. It doesn't mean necessarily, no, do you know what, the spirit might not be in the thing, but it might just come at the same time. A bit like, I don't know, a telephone, I suppose. Okay. This, I've shown you before. How much was it? I don't know, 50p or something. I just bought it for my oddities collection. Probably fucking cluster of... What's a cluster? Oh, it's an old Romany term for a breeding slag. Horseman. They just put them out to fucking seed. Is that true? Good for stock. It's usually a man though. There. My CIA. The stars of my CIA. I just bought it because it was like it's worn and it's got like an arm drawn in the top. So put an arm in it. Enormous. It opens up. I did used to have Russian dolls when I was a small person. My nan and grandfather, or whoever they are, used to travel a lot and always bring back like dolls in different, from different places of where they'd been. I did have some really nice Russian dolls. It's true. They went missing. I got some, I replaced some, and the dog ate them. Maybe that was a clue for what was coming. I don't really know. That one's inside with the plan itself. It's a nice thing, isn't it? I suppose I look at it, so. The spirits just sit, don't they? They do anyway. I think it puts a task under sort of agreement, to be honest. It's either do this or you're going down there. Probably some sort of karmic duty. I'm not 100% certain. We are kind of put in place, which is probably how we got to this point. Dalai Lama's going, well done, slow move. Just passing time. How do I feel? A bit low. But I've said before, I'm sure that's because there's probably been some deaths somewhere in the world recently. Well, there hasn't there, actually? Quite a few. There was that nightclub thing. Well, anyway, there's heavy energy all over the world, and I've said a few times about dispersing. It just makes the over, I said to my son the other day, it spreads, it evens out the load a bit if everyone's got a bit of the fucking hanging. What's it called? Loss, I suppose. Wailing widows. I'll take a bit. And when spirits have come before, like if I bought something, say like this, or a piece of glass or something, and the spirit comes with it, it depends on how they left, or maybe their views of you, or whatever. You can get a drop in, like that heavy, whatever feeling of spirit sitting with you or on you until they get their feet. You run them a bath or make them a cup of tea or something, or they find they have somewhere else to go. It might be somewhere with nowhere else to go and they're lost and they're finding their way around. The plane. They don't know where to go. I've had that before with people as well. When they've died and they've not known what to do. What do I do with myself now? They're not completely unprepared for it. Or spirits are holding on to them. I don't know. Anyway. Ho ho ho. So so Russian Breeze it was supposed to be a funny joke. It's an English East End sort of joke. Sort of East End sort of people who settled in the East End. That was a time of resettlement anyway, of people like shifting around from different places under maybe false papers and things like that. So there we go. I only know what I know. That might not be true. You take my blood anyway. Where do I come from? It's all fucking European. We can't fucking differentiate. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. German? Well, that's why you sent me fucking Hitler's bones, isn't it? That was the Arab. You're a dickhead anyway. Guided by angels. I don't care. I don't care. Look, I've got this now. I've got this with a norm on it. That's the sound of the universe. Look. You can see it, can't you? I'm not a war criminal sympathiser. I'm a fucking humanist. Anyway, you feely? This is where I sit. Go get the poems and read them. My daughters, they're all. Oh God, I hate reading them through when It's so embarrassing. My daughter's one's sealed up. The kids' one's all sealed. Unseal it. We need this sort of high level cringe. Okay then. They can all laugh about it when I'm dead. Well, I've written it in such a way it's supposed to, you don't want to give people all the answers, do you? That's no fun for anyone. They'll be riding on tickets and things like that. This is the pile I was going to send. Right, let's open it. I want to read it down here at the desk. What was her name? Ava's own typewriter. That's a joke, by the way. You don't have jokes. Well, do you know what? I don't care. Let's read this one first and get it out of the way. Alex is having a live wank. 4-minute warning started. She's explained cluster. Well, it probably means different things to different people. That's the thing with woven isn't it? It's like lace. You say at one end, it's like, I don't know what you're fucking on about. I say it at another end. This is why I went to Appleby. Well, this is why we stopped going to fucking Appleby. Okay. Hey Bean, Wagwan, how's things? My phone's been cut off, which is nice for me, but it means I don't have to speak to anybody, which is also nice for me. Smiley face. Done with a typewriter. I bought this typewriter the other day from a charity shop. I'd wanted one for ages, and it was. This might not be the one I want actually. It was only £20, which is nice for me. So it suits this whole Cold War thing, this whole Cold War revival perfectly. Lucky for me. I had to come to Norfolk recently and went mental. Lucky for you. I hope you had a nice time though. It was really only annoyed because I hadn't heard if the kids had their parcels. Houseland's birthday. I'm such a dumbass. I thought Liz was a tourist. But I can't remember everything. Lol. Anyway, I won't barge the kids a lot because it's supposed to be reading incentive. Makes reading or learning to read more fun. I'm pretty bored to be honest. Haven't got that much news. I tend to sleep a lot. I don't know if it's long COVID, cancer, AIDS, or just hypochondria. To be honest, I'm past caring to find out. I'm blessed as much as I can please myself. My GDS most of the time. How the hell I didn't pay my phone bill for 3 months is anyone's guess. Still, that would be another £40 I can spend on buy typewriter blocked biscuits. It'd be nice if the kids wrote back as much as anything for their writing practice, writing for pleasure, etc. It doesn't have to be loads or perfect. That's the point, to be honest. I know often when they write at school it can be a bit restrictive and off-putting. I know this woman from college who is a literacy teacher without the R, and she is in the habit of guiding folk into writing what she wants to hear. I said to a friend before, don't let her change your story if you write it. You get a taste of originality. This might not make much sense or be what you want to hear or even care that much about, but I've done some writing courses myself. Really, how fucking interesting, face with a slash. I might go and stove my head in now. The dog has mange, which was perfect, still has fleas, which is awesome, probably has monkeypox, which is about right, and today I sat in town and about 50 pigeons sat on my head and ate my lunch while these people took my photo. So you might see me on the news being the most wanted for spreading avian flu. Go me. The Grinch's Christmas turkeys can all do one. Buy your dad a can of chunky chicken. Say don't shake with hunger, you deltoid. I'm joking. I'm just trying to fill up this paper. It's true about the dog, the pigeons though. Hope you're all okay. I think about you lots of love from that fake human being that carried you for 9 months and spat you out in this dissembled excuse of society. Namaste. It wasn't in that one. I don't know if it's in one of these or if I maybe just popped it in one of the kids' ones, which means you won't get to read it. No, I don't think it's in this one. Read it anyway. Okay, this is 3 poems I just knocked out last, well, sort of, just for the sake of it. Sad times, sad face. When I'm bored or feeling blue, say friend didn't show, or my mood just flew. I often write to pass the time, sometimes short stories or silly rhymes. In stories you can say anything, like I killed that worm, now I'm the king. I have a horse with 16 legs, but all it eats is shoes and pegs. It drives my mother up the wall. I suggest it might be our neighbour Paul. If she knew I had a magic horse, she'd drive it over the putting course. Then Paul would see and he would know where all his pegs and laces go. And she'd come knocking on our door, screaming pegs and laces war. And no one in this town needs that kind of dressing down. So I keep my stories to myself, and we all blame that ruddy elf. Nanny Sammy didn't write this. It was Stephen the house elf, while she was sleeping as usual. Love, with a typewriter block. This one is called I See You. C is for circuit, constellation and cry. C is for cyst, like that star in your eye. C is for cluster, cabbage and cake. C is for compendulum and cloud wings that snake. C is for chaos, like science off reels. C is for cantering over the hills. C is for carbon from which we are made. C is for seed of the pine and the glade. C is for cheesy, central and cheap. C is for crackle and cripple and creep. C is for crouching and hiding in wait. C is for catch that holds fast the gate. C is for coastal, a place by the sea. C is a charm that attracts you to me. C is the carpet soft under your feet. C is chorizo, a sausage fest, pokey. C is a cottage tucked up in the woods, where I live in my dreams, whether I'm naughty or good. C is the captain that gives... No, C is the caption that gives photos their name. C is the captain who controls the game. C is the crepe the French do adore. And C is the creak of an old wooden door. Nanny Sammy, 5th 11th, 2022. This one's called Vocabulary. Vocabulary. Another tip I was bespoke was to use old words like brag and vote, just to try the feel of them around the tongue and brains and pen. Reading whole books can seem hard, but a fun rhyme in a pretty card can make the whole thing a lesser pain. The credit card bills late again. You need to engage the mind with bits of tattle, like braille to blind, and reading short bits is a start. It can ease the lesson and warm the heart. Children enjoy silly things, but with grown-up tastes like the local sings. A curry joke, but not that hot. A blended verse to grease the pot. Also learning how to code. Is this a joke or Tober Road? Are there spies up Loddon Track? And the monkey wants them off her back. Send this note to Auntie Kate. I know it says my dinner's late, but she knows that means Fred's back in town, and he owes her 20 for the wedding gown. Nanny Sammy is a butternut sloth. There. I don't know where the other one is. It's in one of these 3 parcels, and I'm not going to open it. But it was along those lines. Open them. I don't know if I've got enough time. I think it might be... I don't know which one it's in. Oh, I think it's in Ada's, actually. I think I put it in the baby's one. Not certain. I don't care. I don't care anymore. You've ruined my life. You're determined to do it, so you've done it. I can hate you for what? I don't know if it is this one. Oh, Christ. This one's called Old People Day. Ada, I'm a total louse. I forgot your birthday and I run this house. You might not even think that's true, but I told Vienna about Brown and Blue. Brown and Blue was first in line, matriarchs from a certain line. We say things like toe before the road and sifty ice and loma toe, something like that. So when your mother speaks in tongues or a writing squeaks, blame the duns, the ponies that are in ahead, or my ancestral's barley Ted. I was found under the sky in a hedge by a wartime spy. You'll never get the truth from me. I'm a classic Romany. With nice fancy shoes, with brown comes the blues. My dad was half Arab, with a dark rod. Oh, let's say it again. With nice fancy shoes, with brown come the blues. My dad was half Arab, with a dark wash and bruise. My mother was hiding from folks at the ridge, so I was given to Janet for 3 braces of pidge. This might come as a shock or a nasty surprise, but Arabs know magic that can take out folks' eyes. And Russians can break dance with a bear on their head, and the Irish tell stories about who they have wed. I'll send a present when I find something good. Until then, you just have to make do with this. Read it again. That's the best poem you've ever heard. Right, okay. It's called Old People Day. Old People Day. I just made it up, you know me, as I was going. Ada, I'm a total louse. I forgot your birthday and I run this house. You might not even think that's true, but I told Vienna about Brown and Blue. Brown and Blue was first in line, matriarchs from a certain line. We say things like toe before the road and sifty ice and loma. So when your mother speaks in tongues, or her writing squeaks, blame the duns, the ponies that are in ahead, or my ancestors, barley Ted. I was found under the sky, in a hedge by a wartime spy. You'll never get the truth from me. I'm a classic Romany. With nice fancy shoes, with brown comes the blues. My dad was half Arab, with a dark Russian bruise. My mother was hiding from folks at the ridge. This doesn't rhyme now, say it again. With nice fancy shoes, with brown come the blues. My dad was half Arab, with a dark Russian bruise. My mother was hiding from folks at the ridge, so I was given to Janet for 3 braces of pidge. That's pigeons. A brace is 2 pigeons. Or birds. So this might come as a shock or a nasty surprise, but Arabs know magic that can take out folks' eyes, and Russians can break dance with a bear on their head, and the Irish tell stories about who they have wed. That's it. I'll send a present when I find something good. They'll probably just go straight in the bin and won't even read it. But you know what? I've done my part, haven't I? And they all got one each, and she's got 50p because it's just a joke in change. Because I normally give Nixie like 50p and put like £5 in the others, and I just threatened that I wouldn't send him any more money until he wrote me a letter. So I put 50p in his again and then put £2 in his sister's. It's just a game that we like to play down this end of the town. I'd probably go straight in the fire at the post office, but do you know what? That's for the post office. The Queen will go to hell because do you know what? I've asked for it to happen. if my post doesn't get through, or whoever doesn't get it through will go to fucking hell. Or wherever it is, somewhere anyway. Somewhere you don't get any fucking post. From your nanny. What else is in there? We're colouring in the jigsaw that I just found. It's not an actual birthday present because I just want to get this sent off today. And I hadn't bought anything. I don't know what to get her. And I'm not that person who'll buy things just for the sake of it. I have to see something worthy of being sent. But I kind of like this way of doing it. Well, do you know what? I like this. I'm going to send it. And I've sent loads of things this year. So do you know what? If I do die before Christmas or get sick, tough luck, really. Christmas is fucking cancelled. That was a fucking story of our life. Christmas cancelled this year. Christmas going to do one. Ooh, no one's fuck off Christmas. Bullshit, mate. Bullshit Christmas again. What's in Nixie's? The socks you can get for Halloween. 50p. What socks are they? You want to see them? I haven't got time to show you. I haven't got time to show you. They're the bird feet ones. And a poem. Please read it. I can't. Please. It's just the same as the others. And then Vienna's got a little dress that I picked up from charity shop. And I just said about blue and brown. And then go and talk to Nanny. I can't remember, scary Nanny or something. About blue and brown. And see if she can squeeze any secrets out of her. Because my nanny used to wear blue and brown stripy jumper. And my mum's school uniform was blue and brown. And my other nanny's school is blue and brown spaghetti town. That's why. Basically. Okay.